Welcome back to EPL eKasi, the home of Chipsters. Our managers are currently battling it out for the ultimate prize, a season-long bagging rights as the top fantasy Premier League mastermind. If it's your first time here, check out Gameweek 1 and 2 recaps to catch up on all the drama. Now the big question for Game Week 3 is, will TM Dragons keep their grip at the top, or were they shocks that shook the table? Let's jump right into Game Week 3 recap. Well, yes, Game Week 3 is wrapped, and once again, let's just check our league standings. We, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which side you're on or who you're rooting for me it's a solid unfortunately. TM Dragons is still there at the number 1 spot. They're still holding on to that. I mean, Emmanuel is proving that his fire-breathing dragons aren't just an early burst. They've got consistency in their DNA. As for Breaking Badly, they've trickled down to number 3 spot. So now the question is, can anyone actually catch TM Dragons FC? Offensive, who we interviewed last week for Diogo Jots FC, we see he's actually pushed quite up there to number 2 spot with 166 points. So the gap is not that big, but the thing with this fantasy league is every week, as long as you stay consistent, build that momentum, that gap can grow. It can go from just 3 points ahead to 6 to 12 to 50. Then it feels impossible to catch up. So it's quite important for us who are trying to make it to the number 1 spot and win the silverware and win the cash prize and get the football jersey of our choice at the end of the league. We try and minimize the amount of gap that TM Dragons is building slowly but surely. Another thing to see is Easy FC also has made a huge progress. Mike is sitting there with his team at number 1 spot. Then you've got me, Kepa Clean FC at number 5. So there was not much movement, which is a good or bad thing depending how you look at it. And then Tabang, who we also interviewed last week with Barcelona FC, also is pushing there. We see he's moved now up to number 6. But if you guys remember, he's also gunning for that number 1 spot. So all of us here have quite a lot of work to do. And I don't think anyone likes to see themselves trickling down, because that means the coming week needs you to perform over and above, right? But I think I'm more interested to see TM Dragon squad. Let's see what Emmanuel had set up for the team for Game Week 3. So if you can see, the top players for me that are sticking out for TM Dragons, I'll start at the back with Becker, who's a goalkeeper for Liverpool, for those who don't know. So if you are new to Fantasy League and don't actually understand how these point structure works, I'll try and break it down high level. But if you guys want me to get into the detail, let me know. I'm happy to go through a fun tutorial for you to just know how these players gain points. So for a player to play at least over 5 minutes in the game, they will give them 2 points. And then because Liverpool also won 1-0 against Arsenal, they get a clean sheet, which then gives them 4 points. And then another bonus point will also be added onto the team. So that's how Becker manages to bag 8 points. So they get 2 points for playing for full 90 minutes. Then they got a 4 points for a clean sheet. And then they got also a bonus points with 2 points for that game. So that was a good goalkeeper to have for Game Week 3. Then Cucurella at the back there. He had 6 points, which is fairly enough, I believe, for your backline. So because also Chelsea won 2-0 against Fulham, they got a clean sheet point, which is 4 points, as I've said. And then also he played full 90 minutes. So that's where he also got 2 points. As for Byrne, or should we say Dan Byrne, he also bagged 6 points. even though it was a 0-0 game with Newcastle versus Leeds, but because one, it's a clean sheet, so you'll definitely get your 4 points off your player, and he played also a full 90 minutes, so they bagged 2 points. So I can see what really helped Emmanuel with this week. I mean, his backline really did a solid 18 points, so that's really good. And then if we need to add Becca's points on that 18, we're looking at 26. So that's pretty solid in terms of your back formation gaining points for you. Even though his formation it's 4-5-1, but we can see that the guys that he has at the back are working. Another standout, or should we say a surprise performer, I would say it's Bruno, guys. I mean, he's been performing badly, but with this game with Man United against Burnley, which they won 3-2, he really came out the woodworks. So luckily for me, I did not sell him just yet, so he also worked the numbers for me. I'll do a quick point breakdown on Bruno. So Bruno here for Emmanuel was 10 points. So he played 90 minutes, that's 2 points in. Goals were scored by him, so they all give him 5 points. Fortunately, he got a yellow card, so they will minus 1 point. Also, they will give him a bonus points. I don't know why. If anyone knows why they would give you a bonus point in a game that you didn't have a clean sheet for, please let me know. And then also, they gave him points for a defensive contribution. These are quite new ones that I've never seen, guys. Defensive contribution, never in my life. But anyway, I see he got 2 points on that. So that was a solid one. I mean, 10. If you had captained him, that would double that point to make it 20. And if you tripled captained him, that is a solid 30 points. So yeah, I mean, even if Emmanuel got 52 points, and that wasn't even the highest points that the clubs did for EPL eKasi. I think the highest that we have today was 61 from Mike, who represents Easy FC. But still, 52 is still good enough to push him and increase that lead that he has away from the pack. Now I'm the pack. Guys. Anyway, let's move to key highlights. So for top captain picks, we have Haaland. I mean, if it's not Haaland, it's Salah. That is the groove that I'm getting thus far with most people. And I don't think Haaland was actually a bad option as a captain for game week 3. He bagged in a solid 9 points. And if he's your captain, they double that and then becomes 18. I mean, your captain needs to at least either have a lot of assists, either their team are solid at the back so you can get bonus points there, or score. Easy as that. So Haaland scored. So that means he's still looking good as a captain. And I mean, having 18 points off your captain, that is good enough. I think I would be happy with that. So still a good idea to captain pick Haaland, I believe. Then our surprise performer, Mark Gay, or is it Mark Gay? I don't know, but I think it's Mark Gay. Don't kill me. So he was a defender for Crystal Palace, but however, I would say he is the surprise performer for game week 3. Why? Because he bagged a solid 15 points, guys. So if you had him as a captain, 30 points bagged, right? So he really, really did well for game week 3. So he is the surprise performer for me. And I believe he's leaving Crystal Palace. I believe it's confirmed and he's already moving. So there's also like a huge buzz around Mark Gay regarding his transfer, and he's moving to Liverpool. So yeah, we're going to have a very interesting Premier League, if you tell me. There's really good players that these clubs are buying, which sets things even more entertaining. But if you have your own surprise performer, let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'm smoking something, but for me, I feel Mark Gechi or Mark, however you say it, is the guy for me. Now we will move on to the biggest flop. Guys, I don't know about you, but I definitely know about me. So for me, my biggest flop, for those who don't know this gentleman right here, is Ollie Watkins. And as a forward, I mean, you've been pushing 2 points for the past 3 game weeks, and it's very frustrating because he hasn't really delivered, right? In between, if I want to transfer him out because he's not working for me, and I'm like hoping that he would give me a young 6, an 8 here and there, but nothing has been coming to light. And I mean, as you can see, TM Dragons is speeding away, so I really need players in my team that are really gonna make points for me. So I'm really trying to think about it to see if he's really worth me keeping in my squad. So yeah, guys, that's it on key highlights. If you have any other biggest flops or who you feel your top captain picks are and you disagree with me, I'm more than happy for you to give me your inputs. It's very good just to see the people who are watching this channel, what their views are and what they think. Now, as we move into manager interviews, this week we're only interviewing the one and the only manager, which is Emmanuel from TM Dragons. So we've got to obviously give him a proper shout out because he is the man at the top of our table. And despite all the chaos and drama swirling around his favorite club, we won't mention any names, but you know, Manchester United, he's at least making sure he's got the upper hand here in eKasi League, while United are still like figuring themselves out. So Emmanuel's Dragons, on the other hand, are breathing fire on us and setting the pace. So shoo, let us welcome him in and let's hear how that interview went on how he's handling life at the top. Emmanuel, welcome to EPL eKasi. It's great to have you on, and I have to say you're setting the pace early on in this fantasy race. 3 game weeks gone and you're still top of the table. How are you feeling about that, and what's your strategy to stay ahead?
Thanks, and that's a great question. I'm absolutely buzzing. The team put in a cracking start. Setting the pace early feels fantastic, to be honest with you. But I'm not getting complacent. My strategy is very simple. Keep the squad motivated. We are leaning to our strength. And I am making smart and bold moves in the transfer market to stay unpredictable.
United could really borrow a page from that playbook right now. But hey, you seem to have your Dragons breathing fire already. Let's talk about what it means to have Breaking Badly right on your tails every week.
I respect the Breaking Badly as a team. They are a strong side, but I don't lose sleep over who's behind us. My focus really is on my team, my players, and my game plan. It's all about consistency, and it comes from doing our job week in, week out, and what we have control of. If others want to chase us, that's their business. We are here to win our way.
A consistent king. That's very un-United of you though, because if there's one thing your Red Devils don't know right now, it's consistency. But hey, you're a proud United man, and we've got to ask, how does that loyalty sneak into your FPL pick? Do you back your boys no matter what, or do you put rivalry aside and chase pure points over passion?
Well, this is my favorite question, and you can even see that I'm smiling as a very passionate and a die-hard fan of Man United. At this early stage of Premier League, I'm not letting my heart pick my team. It's about points, not passion. I'll back the team when they are fighting back.
Ooh, point over passion. Now that's a United fan who knows when to keep the heart out of fantasy. Smart play, Emmanuel. But being top of the log also comes with heat. Every manager behind you is looking to knock the Dragons off their perch.
So tell me, do you casually feel the pressure from the chasing pack, or are you confident your squad can handle it?
Being number one means that we are really doing great things. We are setting the pace and the standards. I'm not looking over my shoulder for anyone who's chasing my team or me. My squad is it's rock solid. It's built to dominate, not just to survive. We are focused on our game and our standards. Whoever who's trying to chase us, they will have to climb a mountain to catch us, and I'm not worried a bit about that.
Well, there you have it, Chipsters. The dragons are breathing fire, and Emmanuel says if you want to catch them, better pack your hiking boots because it's a mountain to climb from here. Solid words from the man at the top. Emmanuel, thanks for joining us and giving us a peek into the mind of the league leader. We'll see if the fire keeps burning in game week 4.
Thank you so much, man, for the fantastic chance to dive deep into my love for my team, TM Dragons and Manchester United. I know it's early, but we are confident that the league is ours. Remember this, for top soccer insights and betting tips, please follow TM Dragons manager at Betting Black on X for free predictions and updates to boost your winnings.
And that's a wrap on game week 3. TM Dragons still breathing fire at the top. Barcelona FC Tabang, my bro, that slide is real. How long did his thing? Gay surprised us all. Now it's on to game week 4. Will Dragons still stay on top? Will someone finally shake the table? Someone that being me? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch up on game week 1 and 2 if you're new here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon on EPL eKasi, the home of Chipsters.